How's it going, trainers? Coming at you with an updated Dialga deck list today featuring Wiggly EX alongside Yanmega EX as the primary things we are pumping up. The addition of Wigglytuff EX here solves two problems I think these Dialga decks have had in the past. The first is that it just gives you more threat density. The games where you have your Dialga online but you're lacking Yanmega in the other build, you typically don't have anything very good to put your energies on. The other is that because we're playing promo Jigglypuff as our basic, the games where we don't have Dialga, we can lead on that and brick our opponent's attack 50% of the time, buying us the space that we need to just put 3 energies on Wigglytuff organically without that acceleration. If you enjoy innovations in stock deck lists and sweet new ones, be sure to smash that button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well to not miss any of the daily uploads here. For the rest of the day, enjoy this slick take on Dialga. We're going second. I have Dialga. It's like Christmas. Pokeball before we research. Really want evolution Pokemon here. Gang's all here. Just about time to start blasting me things. They just evolved into Gyarados on curve. Oh, they just believe in this Misty, huh? Here we go. I don't think that one's gonna be enough for them, yeah? I only need to turbo them twice for Yanmega to finish. Do they have room for potion in their deck on top of Rocky Helmet? Hopefully not. They can't keep. Oh, you know what? I should have put that energy on Yanma here, but I'm gonna just go up to 4 on here, because if the Rampaging Whirlpool took an energy off of this, I wouldn't be able to attack with it next turn. Nope. We should just be done with the big bug here, yeah? Dialga softening up the Gyarados here. Definitely exactly what we wanted. With that being 2 points, they don't have time to get anything else going here. Air Slash is just running them down. They're both huge quality of life improvements. Not being stationary for 8 to 10 hours a day is busted. Fighting decks definitely seem to be fan favorites inside of the queues. I'll fish up another basic here, but I'm going to decline playing them out so we don't get hit by a Sabrina or something. The Fake Buddha, thank you for the entire year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So 72-inch wide goes up and down, no problem. You could probably even get away with 3 monitors on a smaller one if you like mounted them with arms and like put your tower on a mount under the desk, but I'm lazy and had space for the big one. I'm gonna put energy on Yanma first, just in case we top deck Yanmega and can just run him down. The flex to spot link doesn't work for you. Make sure your ad blocker is off or disabled while you're clicking it, because the way the referral tracking stuff works, it gets caught up by ad blockers. I think I'm caping this, yeah? So that way, if they X-speed to Rampardos, they can't clear me. The flex to spot link seems to work as expected here for me. Let me just click through it. Do we just Sabrina them? I think we just Sabrina them, yeah. I think it's simply heavy impact, because then without a cape, they can't take a knockout without going down themselves. If I switch to Yanmega and lethal the Lucario, the Rampardos kills this, and then I guess I clear it back with this. I'm not sure there's a wrong way to do this. That might have also been fine. That's definitely game winning for us either way. Oh, that's true. If we cleared the Lucario, the Rampardos doesn't kill the Yanmega anymore. That's fair. Like I said, I don't think there's really a wrong way to do this, but that's a good consideration I didn't have. We have first energy advantage, and we have a Dialga. We just need another basic in our first 2 draws. Growth Spurt, Execute leads me to believe they're probably not playing EX, or if they are playing EX, they have some Mythical Island babies in addition to it. Superior here with the Snivy as well. Would not be surprised to see MI Egg. Any basic. Any basic. Well, how much damage does the MI egg do? It does 80 plus 20 per energy. So if I put an extra one on here, we only take 140, and then I can heavy impact them next turn. Oh, they just don't have it? That's good for us. I feel like them putting Celebi up before it's, like, basically guaranteed to clean us is a little bit ambitious. I guess letting us get a crack for 100 here seems really good for us. I think I'm supposed to do this now. Because the Yanmega draw threatens to clear this if they don't heal either way. And this means if we get a heads, we probably clean them out, yeah. I think if I had Yanmega guaranteed, we would heavy impact this turn, but because we drew this and have this, we just take this hit and then move into the sleep. Yeah, there's the Mythical Island eggs as expected. All right, 2 Yanmega, 2 research, and a dream. That's dead as expected. If we miss on our 4 and 11, we can win a sleep flip still. Okay, glass half full. If they have their other Erica. Oh, I forgot to put the cape on. It's fine. They're not going to wake up. It's fine. They're not going to wake up. Coolio. Coolio. It was 100% correct to put the cape on there, just so we're clear. If they wake up, this one shots the Wiggly with 3 energies. Oh, chat, don't tell Scotty. Scotty is learning in real time how retreating while sleeping works. Scotty is blissfully unaware of what is currently going on. We're not out of the woods yet with them healing. With them healing the one in the back. Sabrina Yanmega might push us over the finish line, though. Alright, not all heroes wear capes, but this Wigglytuff certainly does. Okay, so they need something on their bench that lives a 120-point hit to not die to the Sabrina next turn, which could just be another Executor. They're through a lot of their deck. Only going to be 3 cards left here. Yep. Hey, thanks for the over 2 years, half-half. Welcome back. This is one of those spots where We're just kind of guessing what the right play is, because if they have Cyrus in their deck, obviously they get to clean us out here. But if they don't have Cyrus, it's better to not let them have a coin flip to win the game. We are dead to the good supporter here. Hopefully they just don't have space. Celebi, a stage 1 and a stage 2, so. And then Sabrina is lethal here for us. Sabrina. Ah, the long, salty Sabrina pause. That is my first day back, Rady. Trip was good. It's another Gallade deck. Is Gallade like a super popular fan favorite Pokemon? As someone who's something of a Pokemon boomer, like is Gallade like one of the most popular Pokemon in the world? It's so weird how popular it's been in proportion to its power level. Maybe it's just what they... No, our anecdote is super, super heavy today, Potato Elemental, if you're just joining us. Like, Gallade has been the singular most popular thing we've played against, and it's not been close. Like, well into the double digits, while not having more than a handful of absolutely anything else. It was a content creator, but it hasn't even been just a singular build. There's been lots of different versions of it. People stop playing Mewtwo, but they still owed money to Big Relts. Fair, honestly. It's weird when Gallade's not going to do Executor. I mean, that's something we were talking about earlier. Executor really isn't a deck on the random queue. Like, we've been playing for 5.5 hours today, and I've played against Executor one time, and it was that weird superior one we played against a minute ago. People just aren't playing that deck. This is the first time I've seen the queue be really disconnected from what's inside of tournaments. We haven't played against a single Charizard in 5 hours either, which is one of the second most popular tournament deck by all the numbers we've seen. I wonder if a lot of it too is probably there's a recency bias, because we have hit a good number of Darkrai, but there's definitely a huge bias towards decks that released more recently. Turbo, or put a cape on here so that way with the helmet and the hit we don't get knocked out next turn. Well, I really need to draw a Wigglytuff, so thank you, opponent. I'm unlucky. Oh, you know what? If I would have leafed this out and put an energy on here, we could have threatened the heavy impact next turn, yeah? Jose, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I really appreciate that. You're having a wonderful afternoon. Either of my stage ones. Perfection. I'd like to dedicate this potential game win to my opponent's copy of Mars. We were bricking on our stage ones and we were bricking on our other basics. And they went ahead and redrew our 5-card hand down to 3 new ones for us. Just would not have been possible without any of them. I think we'd rather lead Jiggly than Yanmega. Could sleep him a little bit and then hit this on curve. Which is harder to convince people to not play, Quicksilver or Mars / red card? To be fair, thanks to Havoc, Quicksilver ended up being very playable. Dialga? That could be a Dialga. Unlucky. Venice, thank you for the 4 years. Welcome back. So this game wholly comes down to this next sleep flip. With the sleepiest of all the songs. Wondering where their Lumberry is now. Good night, gamer. I hope we draw one of our stage 1s next turn, so that way we get some insight into where I should put my next energy. Oh, had enough. Get slept on, cheesy deck. Jinx. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. What are your feelings on this build? I kind of like Wiggly as a secondary attacker in here. Okay, I think I'm into it. They put their first energy on here. I think I power up the Dialga on my bench and then plan to leaf it in the following turn. Is Wiggly better than Licky? So, when you give up Mew, your Charizard matchup becomes harder, and Wigglytuff is a card that can cheese you the Charizard matchup still is the appealing part about it. Wiggly's also, doesn't just get stuck in the active spot in your Leaf deck, which is nice. Being able to feasibly retreat it has a lot of upside. Promo Jiggly being able to sleep for one has also been relevant in a bunch of the games we've played. Dialga is definitely more powerful than Palkia Ramp Cody from just a raw numbers perspective. One of the other upsides to Wiggly in this build is one of the tough parts about always pivoting into Yanmega is that once your Yanmega hits the active slot, you can't develop anything else because you have to keep putting energy on this every single turn. So it's nice that Wiggly's like, okay, it's this threat that can like chunk through people and be disruptive, but I can still build my next thing behind it. I think I just put this up and then we just burn the energies on it next turn after they hit it. I've noticed you don't use the crowd rare cards. Do you have any? Yeah, I have at least one of each crowd rare. But in general, I really like my cards to match. Do I have two? I don't think I have two of any of them. Sometimes I play them when I'm playing a singleton of the card. But uniformity is probably the thing I look for most in my cosmetics. I also think a lot of the crowd rares look kind of gaudy. Like, I prefer the immersives or the 2-stars to them, generally speaking. So they could retreat here to not be dead to the Wiggly. This feels weird. They just evolved to this. So I'm taking the knockout and they're only healing to 80 here, which means they still go down in 1 to a Sleepy Song. Oh, this doesn't heal itself. This only heals itself. I was thinking of the big one. And then exactly like we were talking about a second ago, we've hit this, and now Yanmega is ready to go, just kind of built up organically while Wiggly was throwing punches here. We missed lethal with the Cyrus. Sure did. Good catch.